While walking my daughter to school, I noticed a mime on our street with a sign that said, 7 days until it happens. He had a notebook out and was writing things down, handing out drawings to people who walked by. My daughter thought he was hilarious and ran over to give him a coin. He took it, staying perfectly in character, and waved at her in slow motion while smiling with these wide eyes. Over the next few days, he never left. His sign now said 5 days, and he was tying elaborate knots with a rope, spinning them into shapes while people threw money and clapped. By the time it said 3 days, he was crouched over a padlock showing the crowd how to break it with a bobby pin, and people were filming and laughing. But with 2 days left, I noticed something odd. He'd only pick up his notebook and write it in when I was with my daughter. If I walked by alone, his notebook stayed on the ground, and the day his sign said 1 day left, he wasn't performing at all. He was just standing completely still, and when my daughter waved at him, he didn't wave back for the first time all week. The next morning, he was gone. I was creeped out, but tried to ignore it, and just went to work as normal. But around 2 p.m., my daughter called me. She whispered, "Daddy, there's someone in our house." I couldn't believe what I was hearing, and went pale. I told her to lock herself in the bathroom because I was coming, and called the police telling them everything. I sprinted out to my car, and immediately hit the accelerator, running every red light on the way, praying my daughter was still alive. When I got to my street, I saw my front door wide open. My stomach sank, and I ran inside instantly, expecting the worst. That's when I saw the mime's notebook, and the bobby pin he'd been performing with on the drawer. I ran around the house, and found the mime standing in the middle of my daughter's room. He was holding a rope, but when he saw me, he didn't even run. He just smiled and said, "She looks just like her." I slammed him into the wall, and held him there until I heard the sirens. Police arrested the mime, and while I was hugging my daughter, told me that 3 years ago he'd lost custody. His wife took their 10-year-old and vanished, so he'd been drifting between cities, finding girls who looked like his daughter to try take home. He was homeless, so the money people gave paid for the ropes and tools, and the tricks he performed were him practicing the kidnapping skills.